convenient or the most efficient. And right now they know that these four are the most efficient measures for risk reduction, taking into account societal and also economic risk. And the other example is a portfolio, a system of dams in Albania for a private hydropower company. And we included a pilot case with 5 dams and 2 working sessions with them in Albania for capacity building. And this is the risk model architecture for this system of dams. All of them were earthen dams with different typologies. But then I want to show you that these risk models can be very simplified or more complex, and it depends on the nature of the dam system, of the dam reservoir system. So then we consider overtopping failure modes for all of them. And then we also got results from risk models. Then also we were willing to check the impact, for example, of implementing emergency action plans. So then for Fierce Dam, we got that this is the current situation, and then the dot, if the dot moves left, then it means that we are reducing societal risk. And then we found also the optimal sequence of measures for all 3 dams. And also we were able to demonstrate the benefits of implementing emergency action plans for these 3 dams in Albania. You can see that we reduce risk. If we move left and we move down, then we will be in line with tolerability recommendations. So then we may reduce risk efficiently, and then using our resources in the most convenient, most efficient way. So then lessons learned, just to highlight, dam owners are able to gain a better knowledge of the system by applying risk analysis techniques, by quantifying risk, and they can also reach better dam safety management, better prioritization. So then improve risk communication to the public, that you are able to show how risk reduction actions are influencing and are reducing societal risk, how they benefit the community. And of course, many others, like also the better knowledge of the institutional risk related to dam operation. So there are more details on our lessons learned from these case studies in Spain and in Albania and other countries, and we published recent research papers recently. One of my colleagues, Professor Ignacio Escudero, also published one research paper in collaboration with Eric Halpin last year. And just to conclude, we all face new challenges in dam safety management. So then there are new societal, regulatory, environmental contexts. We also see presentations regarding climate change this morning. Our dam reservoir systems are highly dynamic, so then we should adapt to new changes, to new situations. And these pilot cases, these successful pilot cases on the application of risk analysis techniques for supporting dam safety management are the first steps of a journey that right now is being conducted by Spanish dam owners. But I think that any dam owner, public or private, may benefit from applying this type of risk-informed strategy and being able to achieve a more efficient and transparent and also robust dam safety governance. Then I hope that you will all be inspired by these examples, and that you will also be able to apply these lessons learned to your own situation, your own context, as we did in Spain and in Europe. So then, thank you very much. I don't know if they...
So next paper is on the emergency. Try to present within 10 minutes.
Afternoon, Chairman R.T. Singh sir, Sarma sir, and Goyal sir, and dear colleagues and delegates from various departments. My immense pleasure to present emergency action plan. It is actually interdisciplinary one, so therefore I have different experts like Dr. Erika Ambujam, Director Center for Water Source, myself R. Balamurugan, and Dr. B. Lenin Kalyanasundram is an expert in GIS. And Aishwarya Lakshmi is an expert in irrigation, water management. So therefore I am going to look at what is the action plan, that is emergency action plan. At the morning itself, we know, given by Dr. Pillai, the very good explanation about emergency action plan, the document preparation. Okay, same thing. I am going to prepare for the Sakunu reservoir, which is one of the famous reservoirs in Tamil Nadu. Okay. So what is EAP? That is emergency action plan. This is a document, that is formal document that identifies the potential emergency conditions of a dam and specify the pre-planned actions to be followed in order to minimize the property damage as well as the life of the business. Okay. Then what is it contains? For the EAP, documents contains procedures and information to assist the PWD or the other agencies which take care of the reservoir, normally PWD and DNEB. This one. Okay. For they will be issuing the notification messages to the responsible management authorities, so like district collectors and armed forces or the paramilitary forces for taking actions, and the project authorities and the other central and state government agencies. Therefore, this is where we need to give actions emergency, like if you met up with an accident, or immediately they have to be taken to a nearest hospital, which is 24/7 action. Therefore, the here emergency action plan also be taken immediately. For that, the pre-planned action document is ready, so that they may be followed that information. Therefore, it also contains the inundation map to show the emergency management authority of the critical areas, the necessary relief as well as the rescue actions in case of the emergency. Therefore, in addition to that information pass, we need to have the inundation plan up to what extent the dam flow may be affected. So that is also very important. This shows a very important thing which will be conveyed to the media, like one of them may be a paper, or very popular one is our TV as well as the other social media. Therefore, it will be reaches immediately within a few seconds. Any action to be taken which can be followed. Therefore, very important to communication through the media as well as the newspapers. Now coming to the Satnur Dam, which is one of the famous dam in Tamil Nadu, which is situated in Tirunelveli district, and which also follows Viluppuram, Kadalur district also. This is one of the map showing Satnur Dam with some kind of elevation as well as the river systems. In addition to that river path, we need to look at the agriculture and irrigation, because very important in national importance, agriculture and other activities. So for here, just showing two different agriculture dam. One is Pickup Anakat to the SLBC, that is Satnur left bank canal, and Satnur right bank canal. And similarly at the Ellis South Anakat, from that 3 or 4 canals are going. Therefore, these are all very important for the agricultural activity, so that we need to take actions before in hand. Therefore, it is showing that in addition to that agriculture, we need to have the life of the people. Therefore, the administrative boundary also given in the different villages, so that any nearby villages can be also given importance to that. Okay, therefore this plan also we need to given to the pupils. Now for this process, there will be a different stages. One is simple technical. That is, we can prepare by the models. There is one of the models may have the whether the flow taking place, whether it will be inundated up to what extent. Therefore, for that we prepare the digital elevation process, that is a team, and then we can go into the GIS platform with hydraulic modeling, that is HEC GeoRAS, in order to prepare the geometry as well as the data stream, center line, main, stream blanks, and as well as the cross section of that. That will be main input for the hydraulic modeling. Because many cases we may lack in this kind of geometrical data. If it is becoming very accurate with all kind of remote sensing as well as the surveying, then it may be better for that modeling. For the HEC RAS model, river analysis software model, which will be also handling the unsteady flow, not only in one dimension, also it may be handling the two-dimensional conditions. But here we need to carefully given the boundary conditions for the model going. That means up to what extent the flood may carry. Therefore, something like a normal flow as well as the flood plain. That is very important, so that will be given, as well as the flow hydrograph or peak flow, that will be also important, and the initial condition as initial flow, which will be normally taking place, that is also given. The output from the run, because immediately it will come output of that across. One is very simple water surface profile, in which the hydraulic profile will be taking place in any case of the obstructions like check dam or that what the backup water also will be showing, and what extent it will be moving towards the inundated area, the agriculture or the urban areas, that will be also given via cross section plots and all these things profiles. Okay, that is the output may be given directly. So for here I am showing the Google Earth map, because it is readily available in all the internet. For we need not bother about taking the data from somewhere else. In addition to that, the topographical map, which is government agency given, and satellite imagery, the NRSA will be given. Okay, so from that we can able to create a digital elevation model, and then from that the cross sections we must be able to see the cross section information is directly taken from that, and the values if you want to change, like manage coefficient and the contraction and expansion coefficients can be given, and boundary conditions as I mentioned here. Okay, so for here the only examples I marked here is streamlines and some of the cut lines. So for the cut lines also directly given into the GeoRAS at a frequent interval, what interval we may need, like 100 meter or 50 meters, and in the width wise 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers. Okay, depends upon the needed for the model. Okay. So anyway, this is the run the process, and post process will give the output of the model in the terms of giving the depth of water inundated from the middle of the stream and extended the width wise. Okay, and also we may able to have, because unsteady, how long the depth of flow will be taking place. Okay, that is also coming into picture, for whether it will be prolonged for 1 day or prolonged for 3 days or only for 1 hour. Okay, that kind of information also you can able to get from the GeoRAS output model. Okay, therefore the model runs and put it into a particular format, ASCII format.
Please conclude within 2 minutes.
Yeah. So that will be given into that model with the inundation map. So only map is not sufficient. We may go for a different flow data. That is one in 10 years, 20 years or 50 years return period, and we can able to analyze. Therefore, this is where once in 10 years a very small value, once in 100 years it may be higher value. It may be predicted from frequency analysis. Okay, so therefore that will be superimpose into a village map so that we can able to identify number of villages which is inundated. Or you can able to see that what depth inundated and which villages inundated. Therefore, you can go into the places where likely to be inundated before that, so that we can able to identify some of the villages and get information from them how much area irrigated and what losses it can be predicted. Therefore, that means whatever they made into that can be analyzed in a economical loss manner, so that whatever invested, that will be a loss to them. Therefore, we can able to predict earlier, so that we can able to have some action on it. That is economical loss through that agriculture business. Okay. This is where we can able to have the questionnaire survey to the farmers and to get into that. Okay. So this is a Satno dam, and the paddy, sugarcane and all will be cultivated at the different percentages, and the capital cost, fertilizer, labor cost we need to estimate from the places, and these are all the economic losses. And coming to the conclusions, the study focuses on the preparation on the flood inundation map and identify vulnerable one through a across, and 1972 event, that is 100-year flood occurred at 11.72 meter as a depth. Okay. The output from the across was overlaid to Google map and identify number of villages which will be inundated, and questionnaire survey was prepared, and that from that we can able to get the real-time flood warning to that. The flood inundation map for different written periods are also prepared, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, and with that with the real-time data, yearly warning system, with the modern technology and information, we can able to provide life of the people in a better fashion, so that they can able to evacuate from a certain area of lake. We need not take all places, all where go out, and immediately we need to look at what places we need to evacuate and how much the damage may occur. Therefore, that will be planned, and so that we can able to get better understanding. Okay. I think with that, I should thank the organizer for giving me the opportunity for presenting on behalf of Center for Water Resources. The director is Dr. Yakuza, one of the author of that. Thank you very much, chairpersons. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Namaste. I'm Nobuyuki Ichihara from Japan Water Agency. It's a great pleasure for me to join this conference and make a presentation. Let me start my presentation named Emergency Response and Safety Evaluation of Dam on the 2011 Great East Japan Earthquake. My presentation divided four contents. I just start the first topic, emergency response of Japan Water Agency on the 2011 Great East Earthquake, Japan earthquake. This slide shows the impact of this huge earthquake. In this case, the magnitude 9 plus height center appears the Pacific Ocean. The earthquake caused a serious tsunami, and mainly east part of Japan under the serious condition. And I'd like to explain about the countermeasure action about Kusaki Dam and Naramata Dam. Both is operated by our agency. This slide shows the status of the Emergency Operating Center of Japan Water Agency, which opened 4 minutes after Great Earthquake. All Japan government agencies have their own action plan for the disaster. In case of the earthquake, the acceleration of the basement of the dam beyond the 25 seconds centimeter per square second. Or we have Japan has a own intensity, the intensity beyond the 4, we must open such kind of the emergency operating centers. This slide shows the dam safety inspection scheme in Japan. We have 4 kinds of inspection depends upon the responsibility and the timing of the inspection. The inspection after the earthquake, it's an extraordinary classified extraordinary inspection. And this year, this slide shows the information flow in the case of earthquake. We have 3 stages of the inspection for the after earthquake. Within 1 hour, we must conduct a quick check and report to the central government. And within 3 hours, we must conduct and report to the first check. And within 24 hours, we must implement a second check. And these stages, the higher stages, have more detailed items to its inspection. And from this slide, I'd like to show the example of the 2 dams after the earthquake. This figure shows, this slide shows the example of the Kusaki Dam. The Kusaki Dam is a concrete gravity dam. The height is 140 meters. And as the Kusaki Dam, there is no extraordinary problem found at the time of the visual check, but it was found that the leakage increased. So we analyzed the data with the previous data, and we found the leakage lower than and decrease and lower than first informed. So we define estimate this dam safety is a safety condition. And this is an example of the Naramata Dam. Naramata is a rock fill dam in the height is 168 meters. This dam also, after great earthquake, leakage increased, but we can measure continuous measures, and we found that this leakage data is also decreased. So we estimated this dam also the safety condition. So what is the key of the estimation of the dam safety? We think that it's the accumulated data is the key of the quick judgment for the dam safety. I skip this. And I'd like to introduce our latest achievement in India by our organization. This picture shows the earthquake response drill conducted by the Japan Water Agency in India, and the location is the Ichari Dam in the Uttarakhand state. Maybe you find a lot of these pictures in the backdrop or this conference, the posters. And the earthquake training was carried out at request by World Bank. And as the training site discussed in this training, we discussed the UJVM engineers to establish earthquake response flow. And we create a manual, how to respond to earthquake. Manual is like this. And we define the scenario earthquake. Scenario earthquake is very similar to the previous earthquake in the Uttarakasi. We defined such kind of scenario earthquake. And after scenario earthquake, the field engineer in the Ichari Dam have an inspection and report to the headquarters of UJVNL, and then report to the Central Water Commission. We think this drill is a success with the active support with the UJNL staff and the CWC staff. And this activity you find through the website of World Bank. Please visit this website. I move the conclusion. I'd like to, for conclusion, I'd like to show the key of the success of emergency operation. Firstly, the preparedness, the disaster is very important. Like make a plan and continuous measure to collect the data and make a graph like that. It's a very key of the estimation of the dam safety. And organizational governance is very important. In Japan, in the Ministry of Land Infrastructure and Land Transport and Tourism is the authority or for the water-related facility. So such kind of the simple and strong governance is important for the emergency operation. And implementation after the disaster, it means the actual and the scenario disaster is also like a field drill. It explains can store the gap of the how to say the response to find the appropriate response after earthquake. And finally, it is no need to say the essential of the enhanced knowledge and enhance to continuous monitoring the facilities. So, my presentation is finished, and thank you very much.
Paper is on dam break flood inundation modeling using coupled 1D and 2D hydrodynamic model. And this is by Mr. J.P. Patra. So, Mr. Patra, please try to present within 10 minutes.
Myself, J.P. Patra. I am going to present my paper on dam break flood inundation modeling using coupled 1D and 2D hydrodynamic model. So, in this study, we carried out this analysis for one of the dam that is the Narmada, in the river Narmada, that is the Bargi Dam. So the catchment area up to this Bargi Dam here located is about 15,000 kilometers square, and we carried out here dam dam modeling up to downstream reach up about 140 kilometers downstream of this. So the storage, live storage capacity of this reservoir is around 3,000 MCM. Now coming to this, first we revisited this estimated design flood to this dam sites. So we have divided this into 4 sub-basins, and we estimated the synthetic unit hydrographs for this. And we have here total here 9 rain gauge stations, and we carried out rainfall frequency analysis using L movement based approach. So we picked all the 9 rain gauge stations to different frequency distribution. We analyzed, we found that in some cases this GB is fitted well, however in other cases we found this PE3, GNO and other distributions are also. We carried out this analysis for 1 day maximum and 2 day maximum rainfall. So what we found out here, we carried out for 1 day rainfall, this is the 25-year return period, 100-year and 1000-year return period. In addition to that, we also obtained this standard project storm and probable maximum precipitation from Indian Meteorological Department. So these are estimated using different approaches. Then similar exercise was carried out for 2 days also. Then with help of this rainfall and these, we have this synthetic unit hydrograph. We calculated this flood hydrograph, which is estimated at the reservoir site. Then we prepared this dam break setup So what we have did here, we have the reservoir, and we have already estimated the possible inflow to here for different scenarios. Then in this reservoir was the spillway sections was concrete, then other was the earthen. So total length was about 5 kilometer length. So what we did for this spillway, what is that the general spillway, there were 21 gates. So and this spillway rating curve was available. So we constructed this spillway wire and we created this another dummy link. So